So it's round 11 of 16 in the 952 Formulalympics season, and we are in New Zealand. The question is, who is going to get the gold medal around this track? With just the F1 race we got this weekend, let's just jump straight in and find out who will get pole position and who will be in contention for a gold medal. So here we are for the qualifying session around New Zealand. Who is going to be first out? And it's going to be Giuseppe and Gonzalez. He's eager to go up. We're going to be on board with the West German driver of Tony Allman. Of course, there's a few driver changes. First of all, Alberto Ascari, the championship leader, and Troy Ruttman from the United States of America has been suspended pending their incidents that they caused around the race in Australia before they were both DNF'd from that race. So Sam Hanks returns for Team USA, and Luigi Villaressi from Italy, who is second in the F2 Championship, has come in to make his debut to represent Team Italy. So expectations will be sky high for Villaressi. The question is, will he be able to meet those expectations? Hopefully the Bret's not going to impede too much, though we might have an incident. I think we had an incident on the bridge. Yes, in fact, we've had a crash on the bridge. Get a quick replay and find out who that was. So someone has crashed the bridge. So find out, is Jean Berra in trouble? Okay, so Jean Berra has had a tango with someone. So that's Jan Flinterman. Nice climb with Flinterman off the track. Oh, big hit in the wall, and I think that's his engine blown. That was a big hit there, so it explains why Chambera. Well, that's what's happened here. That Gonzalez is going to set. It is a 1:16.7, and Tony Allman does a 1:18.0, so 1.3 second difference between the first two drivers that have got to set a time. Of course, those are still yet to qualify to appear in any race. And look at this, Villaressi in his debut already is currently second place, half a second down Gonzalez, so Villaressi already off to a good start in his debut, with a quite quick time, and especially his teammate Giuseppe Farina is down in 5th place. And there comes Robert Mansell, 1:17.1. So just a few drivers yet to set a time, and there's a big contact there, and let's send Bianco off. Now, Bianco, what happened to him? Well, it just so happened, it looks like he got punched off. Yeah, Roger Lawrence right to the side of him, and Lawrence spins out Bianco and off into the gravel. That was a bit unnecessary from the Belgian driver. I mean, Bianco may have been the kind of the slowest one of the slowest drivers to set a time, but come on. And look at this, Chuck Stevenson 5th, and this Sam Hanks only has returned to the F1 in 3rd position at the moment. So great time there from the American, and a very good time from the Italian of Villaressi. Villaressi doesn't improve his time at the moment, that's okay. So Gonzalez is currently pole, Hawthorne 2nd, Mansell 3rd, Hanks 4th, Villaressi 5th, Stevenson 6th, Farina 7th, Allman 8th, Fisher 9th, and Ken Wharton rounding off your top 10 at the moment. And Robert Mansell improves his time 1:17.0. And oh, Jean Berra has set time. Where's Berra? Can't find him. He's in 8th position, so nearly pushing Fisher out to the top 10. Ray Fisher completed his lap, doesn't improve. The Chuck Stevenson still has quite a bit of work to do for this race, especially when he wants to try and outscore Giuseppe Farina. And now Robert Mansell's had an incident, he's gone off, and now Chico Landi's involved somehow. Get a replay of Landi first. Let's see what happens with him. Oh, collision with Mansell into the barrier. So yeah, that's a big hit. So that is the end of Mansell Landi's session. Let's going to catch a few drivers. Farina's among them. Oh dear. So Landi's not going anywhere for sure. Yeah, he's completely stuck and he's in the pits, and Mansell is completely stopped. seconds left in the session, and things have definitely taken a turnaround because of that incident. Sam Hanks, he's in a different area since it's gone off. Okay, Hanks, what happened to you? Oh, collision with Tony Allman. Okay, quite a few crashes this session. But yeah, I think that's the end of Hanks' session at least. But Tony Allman definitely sideswiped him there. Chuck Stevenson prepared to try and beat Gonzalez for pole as the session is officially over. Just got a few people left on the track in there. And now two of the Graffin Reed in the bridge as well. So I think he might end up causing a few incidents. Yeah, he has. Ken Wharton's now involved. Which is very trying to get around. Yeah, Ken Wharton is actually gone. He's actually got so stuck now. Crespo's got so stuck. No Crows as well. Fritz Reese coming in once as well. This Gonzalez making his way through, but it looks like he wasn't too badly affected. So that was an interesting qualifying session. There was loads of drama up and down the grid for sure, especially at the bridge. There was quite a few accidents there, and then Sam Hanks had a late incident in the second corner. So with qualifying out of the way, let's get to the final grid positions. So here we go for the grids lineup at New Zealand. It is Jose Fernando Gonzalez in the front row with Mike Hawthorne second, Robert Bass getting the final bonus point third with Chuck Stevenson fourth, followed by Sam Hanks and Vila Resi on row 3, followed by Farina and Berra, who has an open goal to lead the championship. Tilly Allman, Johnny Clays rounds off your top 10. There's Ken Wharton, Toad DeGraff and Reed on in 12th, 13th is Fisher with a serving a penalty, Fritz Reese 14th, Roger Lauren Crespo row 8, row 9 Chico Landy, and Dries van der Loof qualifying for the first time this season, Rudolf Kraus and Jan Flinsman 9th and 20th, with Gio Bianco failed to qualify and Clodwig still yet to qualify for a race. So with the Ascari suspension, this is an open goal for Giuseppe Freire to take the lead of the championship. Can he do it? He only needs his 10th or higher and then he's in first place. Let's get into this race and find out. So here we are for round 11 of the race around New Zealand, with Gonzalez taking pole position for Argentina, Hawthorne second and Manson gaining the final bonus point in third. The two championship rivals, Farina and Stevenson, along with the band Alberto Ascari, who has been replaced by Vila Resi, who qualified 6th, ahead of Farina. So Farina just needs to finish in the top 10 to get ahead of Ascari in the championship. Stevenson 13 points behind, so a minimum of second place, and Farina to get no better than 8th place to take the lead of the championship. So and also Dries van der Loof making his first race of the season in 18th position. So let's see what happens. Let's, without further ado, get into this race and find out. So as we go on board with Gonzalez, because we go on board with the pole sitter, of course, and we're underway. A bit of lag there, and it looks like there's a really good start there from Gonzalez, ahead of Mike Hawthorne and Manson. Now going to turn 1. It looks like a good jump already. Yes, Gonzalez, the pole sitter, has had a crash, and loads of drivers involved. Fritz Reese is also stopped. And this is an absolute disaster. Cars everywhere. Let's get we need to get a replay now and try and make sense of all of that chaos. So let's go on board with Gonzalez. Focus on him as he's the pole sitter. I think he had contact with Mike Hawthorne. Yes, there was a bit of contact going to turn 1. Yep, spin. Hawthorne had a bit of a crash into the barrier. And there we go. Let's try and get Reese's perspective, see what happened to him. So there he is with this Roger Lawrence aside him, going to the first corner. Yeah, looks like contact. No, he just lost control there, and there's him off the road. And then there's Tony Allman, his teammate, who got getting flipped up and over by Ken Wharton, it looked like. Okay, so let's get a replay of Allman. There's Clays beside him, coming into the first corner. He's on his own. He doesn't have anyone. He's not close to him. So he slowed down because the instant. And Wharton just basically flipped him up and over. So Wharton stopped, and that held up the drivers behind him. And then there's Allman trying to get back, but that looks like I think that's the end of Allman because there's no way he's going to be able to move. We need to get the Formulalympics car back to the pits ASAP before chaos ensues. Yep, Allman is completely stuck, and that's him out of the race. So Mike Hawthorne takes the lead of the race. There's Mansell second, Villaresi third. Chuck Stevenson goes into fourth. Right, Giuseppe Gonzalez is going really slowly. I think there's a car. He has actually got a problem with his car. And the fastest lap is going. Yep, Hawthorne gets the fastest lap, only being denied by Manson. So Robert Manson. Oh, Sam Hanks gets the fastest lap. No, then Sean Berra gets it, 120.1. So everyone getting the fastest lap. So Sean Berra doing pretty well in sixth. And so really Fisher gets the fast. No, Ken Wharton now gets the fastest lap, 119.8. Ken Wharton man on the mission to get the United to have both British drivers in the top 10. And now Grafenry gets the fastest lap in 12th place. Yep, everyone's getting the fastest lap in this race, it looks like. That just seems to be how it goes. And look at this, we're on to lap 3, and look at that, they've all caught up to Gonzalez. And the Gonzalez, who's really struggling. Okay, Hawthorne is making his way through, but everyone else behind are now struggling to get past. Now this is definitely going to shake up the order. And then Farina gets past his teammate, his temporary teammate, Villaresi. And Sam Hanks blocked off by Gonzalez. That's going to help Villaresi get past. Now Johnny Clays is going to get past. Yep, Joseph from Gonzalez is now literally a human wall. Now Mansell sets fast up 119.5 to be denied by Villaresi 119.4. Good job there from the debutant of Villaresi. And now Sam Hanks 118.9. He's sort of fast lap and closing in on 7th place, Rudy Fisher. And look at that, Hawthorne sees through. Stevenson gets past Mansell into second. And now look at this, the human wall that's Gonzalez is holding them up again. I mean, I don't know why Gonzalez doesn't just pit. It'd be better to pit than to just keep trundling out at this pace. I mean, you're not going to be classified in the rate, classified as a finisher at this rate he's going. He's already 2 laps down. And we're only 6 laps into the New Zealand race, and Jan Flintsman's in trouble. Jan Flintsman has gone off into the wall. Okay, let's get a replay of Flintsman, find out what happened to him. Okay, he's in a battle with someone. Okay, this is Fritz Reese coming into the outside. Clips in the barrier. Oh, head into the wall, and that is the end of Flintsman. Okay, so we've lost we've lost Allman, and now we've lost Rees. As Chuck Stevenson is now battling with the race leader, it's his chance to try and get ahead of both Italian drivers in the Drivers' Championship. Even help the USA closing in Italy in the Nations table. Of course, in the Nations table, Team Italy are ahead of second place United Kingdom by 60 points. And look at this, it looks like Hawthorne is catching up to Dries van der Loof, who is not the last of the runners. No, that towel goes to Rudolf Krauss. So van der Loof doing okay in his first appearance in a Grand Prix. First time he's ever qualified for one. That was a big hit there from the race leader. That was a and Chuck Stevenson has spun van der Loof around. Wow, that was unexpected. So Chuck Stevenson spins around van der Loof, and van der Loof is going to end up retiring because of that. Wow, that was not expected. So that's definitely going to be a penalty issued out for Stevenson. There's no way two ways about it. That was completely not needed. Hawthorne had a tap, but it makes its way through. Chuck Stevenson, yep, just spins him round. So that is a double DNF for van der Loof. So van der Loof got 7 more laps than he normally does in a race, but wow, that was Very, very bad of Chuck Stevenson. Okay, we're going board. Now Giuseppe Farina's caught up. And now, oh, we got drama. Oh, Hanks is into the barrier. And Rudolph Kraus is stuck. And what about Crespo? Crespo's moving. Okay, hang on. Let's deal with Hanks first. Let's see, Kraus is retired. Okay, what's there? Drama. Okay, oh, Kraus got hit by someone else. I think Kraus was actually hit by Fisher. It looks like it. Let's get on board with Fisher. See from his perspective. Onto the inside. Oh, okay, go to the inside and Kraus didn't give him a room. Damn, okay. And Sam Hanks hit by Bera. Yeah, I mean, I can see what's happened there. Now we have to go aboard Crespo because Crespo had an incident elsewhere in the track. Okay, there's Fritz Rees, contact with Rees, and okay. Okay, so Crespo had a entirely different incident. But it's definitely a racing incident from what happened. Here we go, and there goes Hawthorne, making his way through. Stevenson gained the possession back from Farina. And Robert Manson managed to get past Farina into third place. And to go on board with Johnny Cleese as they're heading for the bridge. And it looks like Robert Manson didn't get his line right. But look at Giuseppe Farina go, he makes his way through Vandelof, making it look easy. Not too much going on. This Gonzalez has finally has got past all the DNF drivers in 16th place, but he's already 4 laps down, so it's definitely going to be guaranteed that Gonzalez is not going to be a classified finisher just because he's so far behind. And look at Robert Mansell getting past Chuck Stevenson into second. Here's Stevenson ahead of Farina. And look at the front right there. So Robert Manson chasing down Hawthorne still. So Robert Manson, who is sitting 5th in the standings, who's only had two podiums this season, 2 second place finishes, one in France, and one in West Germany. So maybe he could convert it to his first win of the season. It'll be France's first win. And look at that, there's Giuseppe Gonzalez and Chuck Stevenson managing to thread his way through into the lead of the race, dropping Hawthorne in second. Manson falls down to third. And now Roger Lawrence had a problem. Okay, Lawrence had an issue. He dropped to 12th behind Chico Landy. But it looks like Lawrence is still going. I'm guessing he might have just got pushed wide. Look at it now. Vanderloof's gone off again. Oh, Vanderloof's gone off again. And that was a big hit from Crespo. Okay, let's try to get a replay on Vanderloof. What happened to him? Did he make a mistake or was he caught out by another driver? Can't really tell from that view. We need a better camera view. Okay, let's Gonzalez. Oh, Gonzalez is there, so one on Gen 10 to another. Vanderloof trying to find his way. Yeah. Oh, Gonzalez ran into the track in front of him. Okay, that'll explain what happened to Vanderloof. He got. Okay, so he tries to find a way, and there comes Crespo. Okay, that was a big hit there. Not Lowe's fault. He's trying to get back, face the right way round. Okay, so Gonzalez is definitely going to be taking some flack for that instance. So much like chaos, Stevenson's in the lead, Hawthorne is second, Manson's third, Stevenson's in the fast lap, Rudy Fisher fourth, 5th place is Giuseppe Farina, Claes is in 6th, Ward is 7th, Berra 8th, Vito Racing 9th, and Tullio de Graffin runs up the top 10, and Gonzalez is not even, he's barely moved, he's apparently still in the race, but look at the speed he's going. I mean, if he doesn't, look at this, here's Hawthorne and Manson right behind him. It looks like he's past where Gonzalez was. Well, kind of is on the track. And then Farina had an issue. Like, okay, what has happened to Farina? Press the wrong button. That's what's happened. Okay, let's get a replay of Farina. Okay, select Farina. Guessing here must have gone wide. No, oh, he just lost it on his own. Okay, so it was a driver mistake from the championship contender. Interesting. And here goes Chicken Landy now trying to get lap Gonzalez being held up. And Farina is in trouble. Farina he's into the wall. Yeah, and that's it. That's Farina done. Okay, what's happened to Farina, the championship contender? The worst. This is his open goal to take the lead of the championship, and now it's gone. Okay, let's find out what happened. Okay, looks like he lost on his own. Yeah, he lost on his own into the wall. Oh, Farina, this has been a weekend to forget for him for sure. And Gonzalez has finally retired from the race. So Gonzalez is finally out of that car. The biggest game, Rudy Fischer, started 13th on the grid, he's into 2nd. Next base game, Cicolandi started 17th, he's in 10th. The tie for the third base games are Claves and Loaf, who started 10th and 18th respectively. And the only loser left in this race is Hawthorne, started 2nd, but he's dropped to 4th for the moment. And there's Robert Manson just eyeing up on Fisher there, thinking about when is it the right time to make the pass and get into 2nd position. And there's Ray Fisher going to the outside, and oh! Roger Lawrence been spun round, Fisher takes the lead, oh my word. Was Lawrence actually spun round by Stevenson? Of course, Stevenson has the penalty as well because of Vanderloof. Is he going to have another penalty with Lawrence? Okay. Oh, Mr. Joyce is braking. Yeah, just turns him around. And Lawrence going backwards. Okay, so that is not good, and he is going to be under investigation for that incident as well. And is that Lawrence out of the race as well? There's Sean Berra has had a crash, and now Telegraph and Reed makes his way into 8th. Okay, what happened to Berra? Oh, he's got a lot of damage to his car. It looks like he got spun round in turn 1 trying to lap Fritz Rees. Going into the inside. Yeah, it loads it on his own, hits the wall. Has to keep going, and there goes Telegraph and Reed into 8th. But how long will it be before the storm comes and everything goes back to chaos again? Oh, it looks like Robert Manson is going to find his way through into 2nd place. As they come across the bridge, they're side by side. And Chuck Stevenson's going to hit the Frenchman, and Stevenson's into the wall. Into the barrier goes Chuck Stevenson, and as his engine is blown. Oh, Chuck Stevenson, I think that's going to be the end of his race. Oh, what a dramatic way to end in a tense battle. Chuck Stevenson makes contact with Hawthorne, and that is it. And of course, I've just realised that the United States have also got double DNF, which means for the 2nd race in a row, double DNF for the United States, replicating what Italy did with the double DNF at Spain and in the Oval. And okay, we've got someone going to the pits. Mike Hawthorne is pitting, going to the pits, to try and get the undercut on Luigi Villaresti. The question is, will that work? Will it pay off for him? Okay, he's getting his car repaired. Telegraph and Reed, straight out into the pits, shows Sean Berra. So the front runners will probably be thinking of doing the same. Time will tell. Now, well, will time tell us that the front runners are going to be pitting this lap? Yes, they are. Fisher's in and Manson is in. The Villaresti and Claes and Wharton surely will come in this lap as well. With Hawthorne. Hawthorne got the left hairpin heading for the bridge. Okay, Rudy Fisher straight in, straight out. What about Manson? Manson's still in the pit. Here comes Villaresti in the pit, and Rudy Fisher's going to come out with a considerably large gap ahead of Manson. Manson's clearly struggling here. Villaresti coming in. This place of Wharton are in. Oh man, they're taking their time. And look at this Hawthorne, not only is he going to get ahead of Villaressi, he's going to get ahead of Manson going to second. That is really good news for the United Kingdom. Okay, Manson's coming out, Villoressi's out, down to 4th, Wharton 5th, Johnny Clay 6th. And look at Villaressi trying to make his way past Manson, but they seem to be struggling. Seems to have problems, this Wharton's perspective. Okay, they're trying to lap Fritz Reese at the moment, so that's what's going on here. As I accidentally pumped the mic. And Mike Hawthorne says fast lap 118.6, showing that the earliest stop was the right decision in this race. As he is chasing down Rudy Fischer, I highly doubt Hawthorne is going to be able to close in on the Swiss driver to get into the lead of the race, but it definitely shows he has got a lot of fight left in him. And I say that, Sean Barrett sets the fastest lap also, 118.4. Well, it looks like Hawthorne is slowing down a little bit. And look at it, Villaressi gone off! Villaressi went off the track there. That's going to help Wharton catch up. 118.0 from Fischer, so Fischer now sets the fastest lap of the race. Because here comes Rudy Fischer as he's closing in to possibly put Dries van der Loof a 5th lap down, and Luigi Villaressi sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:17.5. That's a very quick time there from the Italian. And look at, speaking of that, Villaressi might be the driver of the day because he set the fastest lap once again. Villaressi doing an immensely good job for a driver who's making his debut in the Formulalympics. Who's the biggest gainer loser from this race now? The biggest gainer, yeah, is Rudy Fischer. He started 13th and he's now in 1st place. Second biggest gainer is Chico Landi. Started 17th, he's now in 9th. Third biggest gainer, Van der Loof, started 18th, now in 11th. And after that, Ken Wharton started 11th into 5th. And Robert Mansell sets the fastest time, 1:17.3. So he's pushing as hard as he can to try and catch up to Mike Hawthorne. It looks like Mike Hawthorne is actually stuck behind some back markers. Yeah, he's behind Dries van der Loof. Oh, Mansell could probably sneak in 2nd place to get another podium. This would be very, very good news for him if he's to be able to do that. So this is definitely going to be the most important battle of the race. It's the battle for 2nd place. Villaressi is closing in on them, so they're both going to have to try and get past Van der Loof as quick as they can. And look at this, Mansell makes his way through the Brit into 2nd, and here comes Villaressi. What can Villaressi do here? Okay, well, the three of them are going. Actually, no. Hawthorne's gone awfully wide trying to get past Van der Loof. Ken Wharton is getting himself involved. I mean, he's 26 ahead of 6th place. Coming up to the bridge. Okay, they're all through safely at least. Actually, maybe Farina and Ascari may have done it, but they're the best team. And Switzerland are probably a midfield team. And here comes Rudy Fischer to come across the line to take the gold medal and the win around New Zealand. An amazing victory for Rudy Fischer. And it looks like Robert Mansell is going to hold on to 2nd, and Mike Hawthorne is going to hang on to have a bronze in 3rd place. Villaressi in his debut in 4th place, an amazing result for him. Johnny Clay looks like he's going to hang on to 6th place as well in his tussle with Grafton Reed and Jean Berra. So here are the final race results. Rudy Fischer 17.6 ahead of Mansell in 2nd. Hawthorne finishing gets on the podium 3rd. Villaressi debut 4th. Wharton 5th. Clay 6th. Grafton 7th. Barrett 8th. Landy 9th. And Fritz Reese, the final point scorer, in 10th place. And here are the non-classified finishers, including Dries van der Loof. Finished the race, but 6 laps down. Not enough for him to be classified. And here are the list of the retirements, including Gonzalez, who caused so much distress to a lot of drivers for going so slowly in the racing line, but he's been issued a 2-race ban because of it. So that's out of the way. It's now time to check the points tables for the drivers and nations tables. And here is the driver standings. With the top 3 drivers coming into the round not scoring any points, the top 3 remains the exact same. However, Ken Wharton's 5th place finish, Robin Manson's 2nd place finish, and of course Ray Fisher and Hawthorne's podium finishes helps them close in on those top 3 drivers, making it possible for them to possibly catch them in the next round. And in the nations tables, with such a good performance from Italy, United Kingdom, France and Switzerland, which has helped put Brazil, Argentina, Belgium and West Germany fully out of contention, as it is no longer mathematically possible for them to take the win in the nations table. So with only 5 countries left in contention, which one of them will come out victorious? Of course, Villaresi's 4th place finish for the Italian team has still put them in a really good position, despite their gap now being reduced down to 57 points. So, what are my final thoughts? Well, with such a bizarre result just like the last round, it's quite surprising that the top 3 drivers have remained the same. However, it definitely opens the door for a lot more drivers to give them a chance to put themselves in championship contention, like thanks to a good result for Fisher, for a good result for Manson, and a good result for Wharton and Hawthorne. In the nations tables, with only 5 countries left in the running, it's pretty obvious before this round that that these were going to be the top 5 teams to win the championship. But Italy still have a huge advantage, but right now, with the last few rounds not going in their favours, they are possibly putting themselves in danger of possibly squandering the massive lead they originally had coming towards the end of the first half of the season. Can Italy maintain the lead, or will their fortune continue to flounder, and could someone capitalise on them? Well, we've still got 5 races left to go, so anything is possible, and I hope you are excited to find out how the rest of the season plays out like I am. So hopefully you'll join for the rest of the season. Thank you so much for watching for this race, and see you there.